Welcome back, Prac-E's Liam D. Elysium's here. We're back from holidays for term 2 of the school year. We're back with Prac Teacher 101. In this episode, we're talking about pre-prac nerves, how to deal with the crippling stress and anxiety that you may feel the night before prac. And that's coming up right now. But around Brisbane, around St Lucia, this week we recorded at the University of Queensland, and a bit of a behind the scenes little story for you. It was so frustrating to record that day where we're in and out, around, trying to find any free time because it was just raining so much. And it was so frustrating because it's been so hot and dry in Brisbane. And then the one day we go out to filming, we couldn't get just a few minutes. The camera was getting rained on, the audio was getting rained on. I tried to brave it, but I thought, we're going to lose hundreds of dollars of recording equipment here, but finally we got 5-10 minutes and we slammed out one take, which is what I'll show you next when we're talking about pre-prac nerves. Before we get onto that clip though, it means so much to myself and all the teachers at Prac-E if you just click the subscribe button down below and show your support for Prac-E and young teachers all around Australia. So we're out and about in Brisbane filming Prac Teacher 101 for today. We're at the University of Queensland. My cousin actually used to teach here, lecture here about something way too complicated for me to understand. Something about geography and plate tectonics, something I'm completely uninterested in. But shout out to him and all the family back in Latvia. This episode we're talking about prac nerves, being nervous before prac. Now it's completely natural to feel nervous before prac. Now really it's probably the most important thing that you've been doing up in your life until this point. It's quite weird. You go into university, you've only been inside a classroom as a student, and now after only a few months of kind of pedagogical theory, you're chucked in as like a mentor, a role model, a teacher. So it doesn't really come naturally to anybody. So if you're feeling nervous about it, that's completely fine and join the club, basically. But on my first prac, I was having these really weird dreams, almost like my mind was playing tricks on me. I wasn't having dreams about monsters or spiders or ghosts or ghoulies or whatever any normal person would have nightmares about. My nightmares were, I was in class and I had my lesson, my class in front of me, but I didn't have any resources. I had no lesson plans. I didn't know what I was doing, what I was teaching. My class were being disrespectful out of, I know, horrible, being disrespectful out of their seats, yelling at me. I looked to my mentor teacher for support and they just slowly shook their head at me. I failed my report, I had to drop out of my course. I was homeless on the street, all dirty and crusty, and it escalated fairly quickly. But your brain does start playing tricks on you. Your tummy gets all butterfly, you get cotton mouth. But there are some little tricks to the trade that you can use to really help yourself use these emotions in your favor. And actually they're quite good because later on they're the same things that will push you to do one more lesson plan, create one more resource, persevere with one more problem student. I'd actually be more nervous if you didn't have these feelings because it means you wouldn't care, which means you wouldn't push yourself to go above and beyond. But there's one simple trick that I was given on my practical experience from one of my mentors that has helped me so much embrace the challenges rather than get nervous and kind of freeze up. And I'll share that with you back in the Prac-E studios now. So the tip I referred to in that clip at the University of Queensland was I was feeling nervous and like the story I shared, and it was so crippling, like I couldn't even think of anything that I would be doing. I thought I'd be useless. And you get those little voices in your head just before you go out. Even though if you do know your stuff, you do get quite scared, quite anxious, quite nervous. So I went to one of my mentor teachers, one of my teacher mates actually, who's been in it for a long time, and just asked them, how did you deal with this? When you went out on prac, even when you go out to the classroom, how do you personally deal with nervousness? And one piece of advice that they shared with me that has helped me to this day that I'll share with you now is basically, all right, so what are the symptoms of being nervous? So you cramp up, you can't stop thinking about it, you get anxious, you get sweats, you can't sleep, you can't stop thinking about this big event that's coming in the future. Now, what are the symptoms of being excited? They're almost the exact same. You keep thinking about it, maybe you can't sleep, you keep looking forward to it. So they're almost the exact same symptoms, but being nervous naturally, just through the phrasing of it, keeps you in the back seat of events, and really kind of, it gets your personality, your strengths, and it just puts a massive box on it, and it just makes you shrink. But saying you're excited naturally pushes you forward to embrace the challenges, embrace the obstacles, embrace the events that are coming towards you, instead of kind of crippling you up and taking a back seat. Now, this can come quite unnaturally at the beginning, because it seems quite strange if you're so nervous about an event to just switch and suddenly be excited about it. But one thing you can do at the beginning is actually physically say this to yourself. Now, it seems a bit strange, it seems a bit mental, but before you go out, literally just kind of like whisper to yourself, like, I'm not nervous, I'm feeling these feelings, but I'm not nervous, I'm excited. I'm not nervous, I'm excited. And just keep saying that over and over again to yourself, kind of like a mantra or something like that. And eventually it goes into your subconscious, and instead of these negative feelings that may be causing these weird dreams flowing into your subconscious, these feelings of not nervousness but excitement will go into that so much through repetition that it will come naturally. So when you think about teaching, when you think about stepping into a classroom, when you think about talking to your mentor teacher or making resources, that you'll naturally feel excited rather than nervous, and it'll just come, instead of, I still to this day, even on my 4th year coming up to my next prac, I'll still get butterflies in the stomach before I go out, because it's quite an unnatural, strange thing. But just that little mantra, saying that to myself, naturally pushes you forward, rather than nervousness naturally takes you back. You'll be amazed how much that little change of expression can actually make in the coming days, weeks, months that you're out on prac. And I can say that personally, just saying that I'm excited, not nervous, changed so much. So that's that one piece of practical advice that I'll give to you now today. And just try it just a few times, and you'll be amazed at how much of a difference that makes. Thank you so much for watching. This term we have so many exciting videos, compilations, collaborations, interviews, even actually workshop events coming up. So please stay tuned to Prac-E, and if you have found this video helpful, remember to spread the word, spread it amongst your teacher mates or even anyone at uni, even if you've been at school yourself, and subscribe down below and show your support for Prac-E. I've been Liam D. Lyceums. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.